Firstly, the landscape is incredible. It's so beautiful here, and the natural landscape. And I'm an artist that makes work about earth sciences and geology, and to see the mountains in this way and think about how they were formed and the slow violence of the landscape, but also the complete beauty of it is just so majestic. So I feel very fortunate to be here. And then to be in that beautiful landscape, but to share practice with other artists is so enormously beneficial for somebody like me who my practice is often as a solo artist, and then I start collaborating, but this feels like the whole week has been one long collaboration and one big conversation with each other. And we've learnt some things from each other, and then to see people's practice yesterday when we were sitting together and sharing, that also felt so powerful and very moving. And to learn about the architecture practice, plus then the artistic practice, plus the festival practice, and how all these things have such crossover. And the other thing that keeps, the theme that keeps coming up for me is that we're all on the same path, and we're all looking at very similar things and similar problems. We're all making work which is about something. It's about our environment, how we protect landscape, how we manage it. And so to share in this landscape ideas, come up with new ideas, to collaborate, the solidarity of that is so important and very emotional, really powerful thing to do. And it is the most extraordinary country, and we have felt so welcomed and so privileged to be here. It's been a real honour to be part of this group of people, because it's an extraordinary group of people, but also to be so beautifully hosted in this amazing place and to learn more about the culture and the food culture as well as the artistic culture has been just amazing. And I know there were things I've learned this week that I will take away with me into my practice and will enrich my work enormously.
I still have a water. Too big and louder, please. Scale.
Emphasis.
Face. Real.
Timing.
Happy. Leave.
I have a background in nature conservation. I've been working for organizations like WWF and try to protect nature or develop nature, rewild nature. And I've done many projects, and for 20 years we're working on that, but then at a certain moment I realized it's, in fact, in the end, it's really about us as human beings reconnecting to nature again. That's really what it's. If we feel connected to nature, if we feel that we are part of nature, we will treat it a lot better. So that's a realization. At the same time, on a personal level, I realize I feel much happier, healthier when I feel connected to nature. So that's why I think, it's important that we learn to feel more connected to nature again in daily life. Then the question is how to do that. So I contacted scientists. They helped me to see what's an efficient way or a good way to feel connected to nature again in modern life, in the lifestyles that we have now. And then I was asked to go with this trip, and then I met so many people, artists, who are actually doing the same. They are helping us with their projects to feel connected to nature again. And they're much farther than I thought they were. I thought this was a completely new subject. It is for nature conservation, actually. This is quite a new subject. But these artists that I've met here during this trip, they're already doing it. So that's so cool, because I think we can cooperate and really make it stronger. really, you know, make us feel more earthful. And I hope that it's a new start of movement of people inspiring each other, learning each other, how we can reconnect to nature in tomorrow's world.
In the process of working in protected landscapes, there's finding sites and working with partners like the Dorset area of outstanding natural beauty. We need to work with them to understand the site, to understand where there are sensitivities, to know where there may be a protected species or a protected plant that we need to be careful of. It might be breeding season, so we need to work with them to understand that space, and also for when we're working with the artists, if we're commissioning with them or we're presenting existing piece that they have, to know where it can be, to know where we can take the audience. So we'll work with, in the local council, there's a county archaeologist, there are scientists that the AONB will put us in touch with, that will, like the Wildlife Trust, for example, to really understand. For example, we worked in one location where there was a rare bat species, and the Bat Protection Society needed to come down and really test the sound levels. So the work that we were putting on, which had live music, didn't exceed the sound, and we needed to move the audience so that they didn't affect the bat nesting, etc. So lots of examples like that, and we'll often work with the Dorset AONB team to help us with an introduction to a landowner, because we work with land that is publicly owned and land that is privately owned. It might be farmers, it could be the National Trust, it could be the local authority, but each time we need to, some of those we already have a long-standing relationship with, and we've built up that trust that actually when we go into a site, we respect it. And we've been doing this for nearly 20 years.
My impression is great. I loved it. I think it was really interesting. Like, you show us so much things in such a little time, and you made such a great work of organization. And I think it's really fed us with a lot of ideas and a lot of meeting as well. And I think for me, in my work, I work in a theater company, let's say. We make more performance or non-fictional performances. But it's really giving me new ideas, and it's funny that we all gather around the same questions, like how to deal with ecological questions with the audience, how to share those things. And yeah, it gave me quite a lot of ideas.